なのね。夢を追って傷ついて嘘が下手なくせに笑えない笑顔を見せた。 I love you もろくに言わない。口下手でほんまに不器用なのにどうしてさよならは言えたの。ダメだね、ダメよ、ダメなのよ。あんたが好きで好きすぎてどれだけ強いお酒でも歪まない思い出がバカみたい。バカみたい、ほんとバカね。あんた信じるばかりで強い女のふり、切なさの夜風浴びる。一人になって3年が過ぎ街並みさえも変わりました。なのにどうして未練だけ置き去り。ほんまにろくな男やない。揃いの指輪外します。ざまみろせいせいするわ。いい加減待っててもバカみたい。
Okay, we are live. I want to say something. Fursky, let's see if everybody can hear you.
Hello? Bark, bark.
Okay, that registered my thing. Kit, are you come in okay?
Yeah, I believe I'm here. Actually, you know what? I need to grab my headphones. So just give me a minute.
Okay, that works out. Let me get some music going while he is doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and thank everybody for joining us tonight. Tonight we're going to be interviewing some of the Precinct staff. For many of you that are actually watching, you already know who these people are. Sitting with us, for people who do not know, who may not know. The little thing in ears over there, that's Furskidoodle. And the one sitting next to her, that would be Kit Riker. These two are the main host for the Precinct 316. Link for that channel is in the description if you do not already have them subscribed. So yeah, let me go ahead. That is loud.
Yes.
There we go. It's actually playing. Good. Okay, I can have that set up in the background a little bit. So, how are you guys doing tonight?
But
Tired
pretty
as
well.
fuck because I'm recovering from a cold.
Still?
I mean, like, I feel like I'm almost over it, but I left the heater on for too long. Now I'm just kind of like,
Well, that's par for the course, I reckon. It wasn't. Excuse me. It wasn't COVID or anything, was it?
Huh?
Wasn't.
No, it's not COVID. It's literally just a cold.
Ah. Well, hope you get over it real soon. So Animus, how are you
I'm
doing?
sure I'll be over it within the next couple days.
How are you doing today?
Who, me?
Yes, you. Who else? Who else is named Animus here? For the love of God.
Yeah, I couldn't quite hear you. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I left a message in the chat, by the way.
No, don't tell me that. I already got it figured out, man.
Oh, okay.
You know, I got all these damn eyes. I see a bunch of shit. I don't see everything. I see enough shit. Anyway, so yeah, you got everything. Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's just another day of the week.
Yeah. Kit, how was your day? Or I know today you had the day off.
Yeah, finally after, job that just doesn't quit. But no, everything was chill. I played a little Red Dead, and then I went to the grocery store and stretched $18 as much as I can because fame is not all that great. I'm still poor.
Yeah, well, we're all working poor class here. There's no Mr. Beast here. So to speak. maybe one day. One day.
Furski's always, like a couple of days ago, Fursky was like, hey, make a throne wish list, because I was telling her how my chair is like already to the point to where it's kind of like cutting into my thigh because it's like a freaking old ass chair. And she's like, make a throne wish list and maybe someone will get it for you. I'm like, okay. And I make it. I'm like thinking in my head, who the hell is gonna want to buy me a chair?
Yeah, that's. I saw that. I saw the two throne things, and one of our hosts, Bruce, she has a throne as well. We have feelings about it to a certain way because it feels weird for people like giving you money is one thing, then like buying you a chair, buying you like the setup and whatnot. I feel like that would like lend you over to certain like scrutiny or expectations for, because giving someone $1, giving someone donations, donation link in the description if you wish. But giving someone money, that's like here, just give them pocket change and the transaction is done. It's basically just a regular transaction. But gifting somebody something is incredibly personal, and some people might say, well, I gave you that chair. Yeah, that thing you're sitting on. Yeah, I gave you that. So give me attention. Parasocial relationships.
Yeah. No, no, no. Like, yeah, I could definitely see where you're coming from. I personally just felt weird about it because, I mean, I've always looked at it as don't be a lazy ass, bust your ass for your own stuff. And I'm not saying that people who do that are lazy. There are some people out there who actually bust their ass, like my sister-in-law. She is a streamer, and man, did she really bust her ass on Twitch? And apparently, she's made it really good. They just bought her a freaking PS5, if you believe that.
That's insane.
I know, dude. And she doesn't even show her face. It's a VTuber thing.
That's the dream
they
right
Like,
there.
bitch, like, motherfucker, I am a VTuber and I got a vagina and I don't make, like, that much money, like, at all. Like, I'm lucky if I even make, like, $1.
Speaking of making money, how's the fundraiser for your cat going?
It's already ended. We made about $150 and, like, we found a place that's gonna fucking euthanize Harley and cremate her and, like, do all that fancy stuff for, like, within the price range that we goal raised for, so it's working out good, and it's gonna be really hard to say goodbye, and honestly, I'm not gonna go with him to the vet when, she has to go to the Forever Farm, because I frankly do not want to have a mental breakdown in the middle of a vet's office.
Oh, I understand completely. I understand your reasoning for that. I have a weird like association when it comes to suffering and growth. And the weird part about me, I understand like distancing yourself from that for your mental health. But part of my primal brain says that deprives you of like object real emotion. Like there are only so
I mean, it kind of does, but
yeah, like there's only like so many moments in your life that'll be actually genuine that is real.
well, I also have bad experience with losing like my other cat that I had before called Ozzy. He actually wasn't euthanized. He pretty much like just died of old age. He crawled under a china cabinet and died. I thought I fucking like saw he was dead. I knew he was dead, but then like an hour later I had put it like so hard out of my mind that what ended up happening was I fucking saw him and I completely forgot he was dead, and I was like, Ozzy? And then I walked up to him and like touched him and he was cold and stiff, and I relapsed, so that's honestly why I don't want to go to the fucking vet's office when, she, has to get the, essentially, the Forever Farm drug. It's like, I won't be able to fucking handle that. I would not be able to fucking handle that. Like, I've already lost too many cats that have been with me for, like, almost my entire lifespan. It's like, I've already said my dues, like, to Harley. It's just like, I can't fucking look at her. Plus, like, there's more to it, but I know you guys got other questions to ask, and I'm not gonna trauma dump live on stream.
Oh no, I mean it's fine. Like this, it may say interview, but it's more on the lines of a discussion. What we try to do here is we try to if there's something anyone needs to say, like hopefully either one of you, me, or anyone watching might be able to glean like some sort of like something from it they might find useful. If anything else is entertaining, that's the main thing.
Yeah, and I found what you said really understandable, Fursky. Sometimes I think it's in order for our own mental health, we should sometimes opt out of extra pain if at all possible.
Yeah, because, like, for the most part, I've been pretending my fucking cat doesn't exist, because when we gave her a flea bath, like, she was so covered in mange that I honestly almost threw up and I had to run out of the bathroom because, like, it looked like, she was turning the bathtub red with how bad the mange was. And so it's like, it was like watching, I guess, my grandma die, like, right in front of me. So that's why I've kind of been like, I know Harley's gonna go to the Forever Farm. I know she's gonna die. I'm trying to get over that, but it's like, honestly, like, me spending time with her and everything is not gonna help me. Because, like, at least this is what works for my process of... It's not gonna work for everybody, but it just is like, I cannot just, stand in the same room as that cat, like, even to go get, like, cat food and stuff for my other cats that are younger, because it's like, I look at her and all I want to do is just fucking cry. And I can't fucking handle that shit.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Ted Comet
Yeah.
had a decent question. It's not like directed towards any subject matter or anything like here. He had asked, question is my stepsister's husband my stepbrother or my brother-in-law? And to that would be your brother-in-law.
Step brother-in-law. Yeah.
I mean, you could
That's
put
one
on
way to do it.
you could put on that amount of like heirs if you wanted to, but it's like saying this is my great aunt, this is my great great aunt. This is for the sake of time, just say aunt. And like, unless you have a family that's really big on putting on heirs, and that way, like titles like first of his, like freaking Spazador boot, first of his name, destroyer of worlds, corrupter of champion. Just keep going on. Fucking bullshit.
Calm down, Tom Cruise.
I am the only one who can do anything because I am a Scientologist.
We knew that one was coming.
Yeah,
Help me help you.
Yeah, pretty much. That was a weird time to be a child and see that and not understand a single word of it, but be mentally scarred from it.
I think everybody got scarred from Tom Cruise in one way or another. That overacting in War of the Worlds, just
What movies has Tom Cruise been in?
Top Gun.
I think the better question is, what movie has Tom Cruise been in where he doesn't run?
Well, like both of those questions are relevant to me because I'm like cinema illiterate almost.
Yeah, when it comes to obscure ass music, yeah, he's got you covered. When it comes to like any sort of like popular media that does visually, not necessarily. But if I say the word Wolf's Rain, does that ring any bells to you, Animus?
Wolf
Yeah,
Rain?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Wolf's Rain, the anime?
Yeah, the anime.
Yeah, from back
Oh my
in the
god,
day.
I love
yeah.
the anime.
Yeah, I remember that.
Lord Darcia can suck a fucking bitch
I
black
actually,
cock.
I actually
Oh.
couldn't. I actually couldn't watch that because the time it came on was like too early for me to sneak and watch Adult Swim.
Oh wait. Wolf's Rain was on fucking adult what?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
back when we were children. First, I know you might be a little bit younger than some of us, but back when we were children, that was like that was our exposure to anime was Adult Swim. That was like way back in the heyday. Like it would on Saturday nights it would be like a slow trickle. You would have like your stuff like DBZ or Dragon Ball or Rurouni then it would slowly trickle into like a little more mature stuff like
Bleach.
Rurouni Kenshin and Bleach and Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm only
definitely
like
doing that.
I'm only like fucking 26, but like yeah, I definitely wasn't like born like in the fucking Adult Swim area. Like fucking like the cartoons that I watched were plastered on four kids, like Warner Brothers, 4Kids, Jetix. Like I wasn't watching the good anime like Wolf's Rain at that time. Like, I was literally, like, watching stuff like fucking Spider Riders, Dinosaur King, like Mega Bloks, Dragons, Fire and Ice, Yu-Gi-Oh! The original series, and, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, and, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Well, if you remember
Like, I
all
was,
that,
like, watching all of the, classic...
yeah. If you remember all that, do you remember Cubics? Who here remembers Cubics?
Oh my
remember
god, I remember Cubics! I remember
I remember
Cubics
a
and, like,
bit.
its little child, like, alternative called Cubo.
It's the weirdest. You remember the weirdest shit, and when you remember the weirdest shit, like you look at how all this like obscure mediocrity has been like repackaged for the modern audiences and everything, and then you sit back, it's like, you know, they could definitely do something better with like that the Mega Man like Data Pal bullshit. They could definitely do a lot more with that nowadays than they did back when we were kids. They could definitely do a lot more with cubics now. They could do a whole lot of everything.
You want to talk about obscure? Who remembers the Donkey Kong cartoon show?
Oh
with
yes,
that weird
we
fix?
do. We got
We
we
do.
got our freaking stream sniped because of it.
Yeah, we did. We've done a Donkey Kong stream.
Were you trying to do a Donkey Kong lore and then they shot you down?
No, we were just watching the freaking thing. It was like we got like 3 episodes in, and then bam, and it was like this one part, like bam, you got hit again, bam, and I had to like take down the episode, edit it out because somebody gaze over to a painting on the wall that nobody can see, had to say something.
Yes, we all know. Just remember, if they ever, when they say that, you send them to North Korea.
No, they have telekinetic powers. I am incapable of moving them. Yeah. It's beyond my
But-
purview.
More questions. I want more questions. God damn it.
Okay, so if you want more questions, let's go right here. Okay, I already did who are you guys? Kit and Fursky, how did you guys start this? Like, how did you start? Mostly for Kit. I know probably Kit like got a ball rolling. How did it all start?
Well,
But
I'll go first. So basically, one day I remember it clearly. One day I was chilling in Rogue's old Discord, and I had saw that there was the Self Flex channel. I was checking it out, and I was thinking to myself, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be the best, but I'd probably I want to give it a shot, you know, because I'd like to put in my own 2 bits about you know, locales and stuff. Mind you, I had talked about locales already when I would stream on Twitch, because at the time I had streamed on Twitch and playing like Call of Duty and stuff like that, and Mass Effect at the time. And I would talk about it, I would talk about it like sparingly, you know, because I was playing the game. Mind you, I only had like 1 or 2 viewer back then. And I had already met Fursky in Rogue's Discord, and we were talking one day, and I was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about making a show. Would you be interested?" And of course, she jumped on it because she wanted to talk about, you know, how messed up the furry community is, which I was like, hell yeah, let's talk about it, because there are some, well, let's face it, there are some freaky deaky furries out there, and they deserve to be talked about just about as much as locales. And God, when we talked about humble beginnings, man. It was, we had a group of people with us at the time, and it was okay at first, you know, like it was very small, very basic. First, you can, if you want to jump in here at any time, you can.
like, I don't remember as much, but yeah, you definitely have a better memory than I do. Like, I just remember I was in the Precinct, I was drawing some Godzilla art, and then all of a sudden, like, everyone starts, like, doing, like, the fucking Heath Ledger, like, fucking Batman the Animated Series voice at me. And I am, like, bright tomato red, and I'm just... That's when I met Kit, when I finally realized all these, like, Joker voices sound slightly different. And then, yeah, like, as Kit said, like, we started, like, once all the horny, like, calmed down, started talking about other stuff and getting to know each other, and then, like, we eventually found out that we clicked, and I think people in the Discord were even saying, hey, maybe you guys should also start your own roguelike commentary channel. you guys really click really well, and you really bounce off of each other great. And we both kind of metaphorically looked at each other and was like, huh? What?
Nani?
People like us? Okay. I guess we're doing this thing. And the first video we ever did was a horrifically like fucking unorganized TikTok cringe compilation review that is almost 2 hours long. And it's all Anka dances because Kid at the time was obsessed with the fucking Anka meme.
Anka?
Yeah. From Animal Crossing, you know, the Anka dance meme.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Exactly, and then Zone Sama or Zone 10, they like, you know, the Zone channel, they like went a step further and like upgraded it to that video that we all know now as Anka and Anka Zone, and it was just like all these people on TikTok were doing the stupid dance, but they had no idea what was going on beneath the screen.
Well, have you seen the Cum Zone version?
Do I want to?
Do I want to? Yeah.
Do you want to is the question.
Probably not right now, but
not right now. We got shit to talk about. I can share that later. It's incredibly short, and it's on YouTube, and it's done up like where the music's done differently, and it's with a different character and whatnot. It's really well timed. I know exactly what you're talking about. Except for the Zone 10 one, I was not aware that one was even done. But yeah, I mean that all checks out. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so going on next with that, leading off that question I have sitting right here. Why did you guys choose to model it after a police station?
Oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah, Kit can go into that.
Yeah, that's my. That was my doing because I am a Texas peace officer.
Very nice.
Oh wow.
So I decided to go with that and go with like the ranks and stuff like. It was either that or it was going to be Doom 64 style Marines. There's going to be one of those.
Oh, that would have been awesome too.
I honestly dig the police theme more, but yeah, like I remember Kit came to me one day when we made the Precinct Discord, and he was like, I got to study for a test on my police academy stuff. Would you be able to help me do it because I know you're smart? And whenever there was a trick question that was essentially the same answer, I would play the Jeopardy theme on my phone. And I'd be like, whenever you hear the Jeopardy theme, you're being a fucking idiot. And it actually fucking worked.
Hey, I passed the academy pretty well, so I thank Fursky.
That's what's up, man. I know a few people who have chosen that profession. I thought about it when I was getting ready to go to community college. Yeah, it was literally a split-second decision. It was either walk forward and get signed up for criminal justice, or take a right and get signed up for IT. And the weirdest freaking thing at all, I keep thinking about, like, well, what would it have been like if, you just walked forward? That's one of those key points in life. You wonder, like, what would it have been like if you just walked forward? And
you're gonna have to just put up like a part 2 or something.
Yeah, I just thought I'm just hit it, and it should like re-go. Hang on a minute.
Get yourself a video editor so that way, like, you can fucking merge it in.
I am the video editor.
Ah, shit, man.
Yeah.
You want to edit you fucking shit for me? Oh, I don't have money to pay you, though.
I think he's got enough on his plate.
I mean, if you got money, but I got other shit.
I wish I did, to be honest. Like, money, I gotta buy more.
Okay, we're
VR chat models like next month. One of the ones I want to buy is $150.
Yeah, we're back. I don't know like if it was like just scheduled or not, but my router decided to reset itself. You know, great opportune times for certain things. Yeah. So we were talking about beforehand, like the split second decision to like when I decided not to go into criminal justice. But we'll move past that. That's not really that important. Get back on track here. Okay. So, were there any other? We were over that there was another setting that crossed your mind for that situation. Okay. Oh, Fursky, this one's for you. Where's your name come from?
Well, my name comes from essentially a word mash of different things. Like, I pretty much, like, whenever I see a husky on the street, I always have called them Huskerdoodles. So what do you call a furry that is a husky that also is an artist? A fucking Furskidoodle. So it's like, you know, there you go.
That's pretty.
I am a husky that draws and is a furry, so I am a Furskidoodle.
That makes sense. That's actually like the way
coming back.
The way my name sounds like a dog name too, like a Spazador, like a Labrador kind of thing. But it didn't actually start off like with that in mind. It's like a mashup of like a bunch of different like pet names I've had in the past.
I mean, like, that's all well and good. Like, you don't have to, like, you know, be a furry to have, like, you know, Labrador or fucking connotation in your name that's like that. I suppose, like, I've always given this advice to, like, people who are questioning whether they're furries or not. It's like, you don't have to call yourself a furry to be a furry. Like, that's just kind of...
Oh, no.
Always been, like, the fucking... Yeah, motherfucker, you're in the fucking feet. Shut up. You have no rights.
Feet.
Silent.
Oh wait, so if you're actually into feet, does that mean that you've seen that scene from House of Dragons?
I still haven't yet.
Jesus. You know, first I'm gonna kill you.
The things I do
I'm
for
gonna kill
feet.
you later. I'm gonna have to kill you later.
For feet.
Sounds like something my old
you
friend.
won't kill me. You love me too much, motherfucker, and you know it. You love me too fucking much. You can't get rid of me. I'm like a fucking cancerous tumor. No amount of radiation can get rid of me.
I am not a furry.
Bullshit! 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 Bullshit!
Mickey suit so I can fly.
You are more of a fucking furry than I am sometimes, Mr. fucking I love paw beans.
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I. She lost me too.
Yeah.
You fucking liar.
Yeah, I know my ins and outs
like
with the I know my ins and outs of the furry community. I had been in it when I was a bit younger. Not so much anymore. I believe I've moved past that as a person. Just for the fact that the kind of culture that I was immersed in during that time wasn't conducive for a healthy growth. Yes, that was a word salad.
I definitely have to 100% agree on that. If you are a minor, being a furry is not for you. Like, fucking anyone below the age of 18 should not join the fandom because you're literally asking for creepy uncle whatchamaface to literally come onto your DMs and be like, hello there, Discord kitten, you want to come with me on Second Life or IMVU?
Yeah, that's where my stomping ground was when I was on the IMVU.
You see, that is the kind of
Spaz.
you see that right there, what she's talking about. Those are the kind of freaky deakies that we look at on the over there. You know, those are the kind of weirdos that we basically bring them up at the show when we talk about them. It's so that everybody knows what's going on. Everybody knows to stay away from these freaks. And I'm sorry, some of them are freaks. And look, we might even get your show canceled when I say this.
I don't fucking care.
Keffel's one of them, okay? Keffel's one of them. She's a fucking freak, like Sappho. They're all fucking weirdos, dude. There's a difference between being a fandom and being freaky. And once it becomes freaky, it's not like funky freaky either, where it's a cool thing. No, it's just bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, man. You're not saying anything I ain't already said. I have like 2 or 3 shorts like poking fun at fucking Keffels like on here. So that's like it's par for the course here.
Yeah, not to mention, I'm also one of those furries who hates other furries because it's like I've seen what furries do to people and animals and children, and it's just like I hate all you motherfuckers.
It's like that meme of like Hank trying to stab that the raccoon with the with the screwdriver. You furry bastard! And like what furries say to other furries.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. That's me against the entire fandom.
I mean,
like I've told like several like popular furries like millions of times over that if I was like invited onto like a popular social media platform or a TV show host like TV show like Dr. Phil like that one furry was, I literally would not be nice to furries. I would literally be like, no, this is not a safe fandom for people to be in. Do not join this fandom. You will fucking regret it. Like, do not allow your fucking like kids or teenagers like before they are above the age of 18 or even better the age of 21 to join this fucking fandom. They're going to get groomed.
I feel like when it comes to like fandoms and communities, one should not feel compelled to join them if they don't want to. If they just want to privately be whatever they want to be, I definitely support that. Because I mean I have a favorite band and I don't participate in the fandom at all. I just want to privately listen to my favorite band. I don't want to be all up on the subreddit getting into whatever drama that they're into. So
exactly, like furry is just a label that you put on yourself. Like you don't have to call yourself a furry if you're just into like like say Disney's Robin Hood. If you really like Disney's Robin Hood for whatever fucking reason, but you're like, oh, dude, I'm not a furry. I just like Maid Marian, then that's fine. Like, you do you. I'll just fucking stay over here. I'll call you a furry anyway. Fucking furry.
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, I stay away from fandoms and communities as a whole.
I mean, like, I rely on them for money, so it's not like I can, like, just, like, take myself out of these fandoms as much as I would want to sometimes. The best thing that I can do is just fucking block people and like make them aware of shitty behavior.
Right.
It's always a problem, and actually, since we're expanding on that situation here, I go to one of my other questions before going back to the other ones. Sorry, Kit, that this is like it's. I have questions for both of you, but the situation like the way that everything's unfolding, I can probably get in here. Let's see here. Okay, I wrote down, like, Fursky, you are a furry, a question mark. Well, we already know that. We already established that. And it's like, I have noticed that you stand up against zoophilia and animal abusers. Do you have any concerns that even though people within the community are working to distance themselves from these people that are, that the problem might be too big to, like, like expunge from the fandom itself? And do you believe that that there is a way that you could actually expunge like the deviant actors from the fandom itself without completely killing it?
I mean, like, there is nothing that I would say would kill the fandom if all of these like types of people and undesirables were completely taken out. A lot of people are like, oh, Dragoneer defends pedophiles, but, if we take him out of Fur Affinity, then, like, we're not gonna, like, have an art website anymore. It's like, we'll just fucking find some people that don't have a criminal background and make a new one. It's like, literally, it's like, it may be fucking difficult. Like, I know there's, like, a whole fucking thing with furries leaving Twitter, and they'll be like, furries will always find a new home. And it's just like, yeah, they'll find a new home, but it's more like, a fucking Flash Gets video where they're not finding a new home. They're just infecting a fucking new host that is, like, less than tolerable of them.
The massive
like,
Tumblr, the Tumblr exodus.
Yeah, it's just is like the entire, like, thing, I gotta say, is like, is no way to completely expunge like bad people from any fandom. The best thing you can do is make people aware of like their transgressions, as it were, like, and be like, this person did this person's bad, here's the evidence. And if people still don't believe you, then, well, like, just fucking block their account and then move on to the next person that you can, like, tell them what's up. Because, well, the right people will believe you and the wrong people will like, defend, like, their friend or their fucking other person, like, to tooth and nail. Because they're like, I can't believe this. Like, the whole entire shtick I've had with, like, this problem in the fandom is, like, you could have the cutest fursuit and you could be, like, you know, like the highest ranking like person in the fandom, like you could be the president furry, and like there will be people that will like have the like two brain cells to rub together and call you out if you like touch kids, but there'll be more people that won't do that than will actually like stand up and like risk, you know, their essentially their internet or IRL livelihood to call out people that do bad shit. Is like that's the whole thing with Mama Sappho right now, or as is known as Hypnotist Sappho. For those that don't know, like Hypnotist Sappho is a very, very notorious child groomer and zoophile. She had made a coming out video some years ago, like literally like just talking about like how she's comparing like being attracted to animals as being compared to Stonewall when the gays were being literally essentially killed in the streets, which is honestly, as you can imagine, that's not comparable. Like any normal person would be like, that is not comparable.
Right.
One is about like essentially having romantic or sexual feelings for an animal that doesn't have the brain capacities to be able to consent, or children for that matter, and then the other is literally like two consenting adults like within the same age range being killed in the streets because they are attracted to other humans of the same gender. You know? And that's the kind of shit that makes me get really angry. And I don't want to rant for too long, but that's the kind of shit that makes me the most angry is when people are like, oh, maps are a sexuality and they belong in the LGBTQ+, or zoophilia is like, you know, a sexuality.
Don't go there with
choose
me.
this. You know, and
no,
it's
man,
like they're in the LGBT. They're trying to identify as an LGBTQ.
Right.
I don't really have.
Bring that topic up around me.
If you guys feel like you need to feel a certain way, I mean, go ahead and feel it, because I've espoused similar beliefs in a few streams we've done. I don't have much. I have a filter, but I also say what I mean in real life too. So it's kind of, it is what it is situation, and I'm only going to put on a mask metaphorically, but I'm still the same person regardless.
I'm the same way. We're pretty much here to talk about. We're here to talk about an array of topics. So yeah, don't hold yourself back as long as it ain't TOS.
Hell,
Well,
I don't even care about that.
The problem being is that. Well, the thing is like Kit, I know, was like saying not to go there, but the thing is, honey, I'm not Emily. Not gonna lie, like I respect like people in the LGBTQ+. Like I respect like, you know, the alphabet. I quote unquote respect the alphabet soup people. I don't respect the people that are making criminal behavior and, you know, fucking trying to say that they're LGBTQ so they can get like the protective hate speech rights. Like, no, I'm sorry. If you are a pedophile,
I'm going to be in the kennel for 3 months.
let me finish, motherfucker. You're interrupting.
Oh
the
shit!
fucking pedophiles and the dog fuckers do not deserve protective like hate speech rights, because when you want to fuck dogs or fuck children, it's not hate speech. You're a criminal. It's illegal. And that's my fucking stance on zoophiles in the fandom and how to get rid of them. Make people aware, do what you can, and don't put yourself at risk.
Yeah, like not only is it illegal, it's doing irreparable harm.
Yeah.
There is a passage in the Bible that actually goes into talking about what to do in cases of bestiality. And unfortunately, well, fortunately and or depending fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, the action is to not only kill the perpetrator, but also to put the animal to death as well. And in most cases, that animal who goes through that kind of abuse might not be able to be rehabilitated to trust people ever again. So in most cases, when that happens, they do euthanize the animal.
Yeah, like that's I 100% agree. It's like, like people will literally, or rather not people, that's the entirely wrong thing to use for this topic. I'm going to correct myself. Zoophiles will literally, like, they'll be like, oh, my cat is rubbing up against my leg and purring and I have a boner, so that means they consent. No, it doesn't. And then, like, yeah, they'll kill the animal, or, like, they'll be like, oh, my dog is, like, jumping up on me excited. And, that must mean they're consenting because they're happy to see me while I am, I guess, aroused or in the mood. And, like, then, like, they start wondering, why is my dog so afraid of me? Why is my dog, like, having, like, their tail tucked between their legs and they're whining and baring their teeth at me when I approach them now? Like, I thought I loved you. Like, I love this animal. I did everything I could to, like, care for this animal because I love it. And it's like, no, you don't love the animal. You do not love the animal. You just want a fucking fleshlight that barks.
Let your penis do the walking, and now you've ruined your friendship. Have a good day.
Yeah, I've actually like had a person, like, not a personal experience with it, but I've known someone who was trying to explain to me, and they were trying to say that animals want it from humans sometimes, and they try to
do I know this person?
That they do. No, it's no one that you know. It was some internet kick weirdo.
Oh, thank God! I thought I'd have to, like, end the stream early and drive somewhere real quick.
Oh yeah, nah, not yet. We don't have to do that quite yet.
Like, if I may bounce off of that topic real quick.
Right.
Like, before my cat was fixed, when she had her first heat, yeah, when my cat, like, when she was in heat, before she had her, like, reproductive organs removed for her own health, yeah, cats do that. The cats will, like, when they're in heat, will seemingly try to get sexual attention from humans because, they're wiggling their rear end towards a human and going meow meow, give me nookie because I can't stand this estress I'm going through. But that doesn't mean they consent. That's just their bodily, their hormones taking over their bodily functions. They do not.
I volunteer to move away from this topic.
That actually might be a good idea. We've been going on for that for quite some time. There are other things to talk about. Maybe we could work something out to actually expand more on that later. It's always
sure.
It's always people get passionate about things. You can't help but do something. I'm just saying,
I volunteer to move away from this topic.
I got you entirely.
Yeah, that was partially my fault. I get very, very fucking heated, like, in regards to this topic because it's one that I feel very personable about.
Of course. So yeah, this one I'm gonna want Kit to answer. I know it's a partnership with your channel, but at the same point in time, it's good to get a grasp for this next topic. Okay, let's say down the line, like you make an online enemy. You make someone like Shangy or someone like that, or like a rogue equivalent to, like, an online enemy. Do you have any way of dealing with, like, do you have anything set up, or do you have any idea of how you would deal with something of that nature? Like someone on the internet spends their time and gets views talking absolute shit about you.
Yeah. Same thing Rogue does. Laugh. It's the internet, man. You gotta take that crap seriously. If this guy's devoting his time and his stealth to letting me live rent-free in his head to get at me, while I've got a life to live, and I just do this on the side just for the laughs, why am I gonna... Unless it starts creeping into IRL territory, which most of the time these guys don't even have the freaking whereabout to do it. They just talk a whole bunch of crud. I mean, it's just the internet. If you can't stand the internet or you can't stand somebody talking bad about you on the internet, disconnect your router and go return it. And it's just
Hell yeah.
it's just the internet. Why am I gonna take that shit seriously? That would be the same thing as when you're a kid in the playground and the kid across the field is, hey, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. I'm gonna play hopscotch over here. Anybody want to join me? They can join me. Anybody want to listen to da-da-da over there? Listen to da-da-da over there.
With the
I'm
dog.
gonna
Now-
go and try to go Super Saiyans with my friends.
Jesus.
Now, if you want, now there are people out there who just want to follow someone who goes full retard, and that's fine. Good, enjoy yourselves. But I am not going to worry myself over someone going full Riri, just because for some reason they have some kind of hate against me or the show or Fursky in that manner or anything for that sake. I mean, it's the internet. There's a million people out there.
yeah.
If you can't take it, get off.
Okay. Moving from that. Fursky, you've all from what I can see, you've already made enemies with like we'll call them animal abusers for the sake of what little sanctity we have left here. You've already made like some enemies of that or casual fits with everything like that. How do you deal with that?
Honestly, how I deal with it is usually I take the Coyote Lovely route if I'm feeling petty that day, and I'll fucking put them on blast on my Twitter, maybe argue with them a little bit, and then when like my patience is lost, and I get bored of it, I usually will end up just fucking blocking them, and then like just pretending they don't exist.
Yeah, that's
Like that's the best thing you could do. Laugh about it, maybe poke them with a stick a little bit, make them go "Ree, ree," and then like once the like you get bored of hearing them going "Ree, ree," just fucking get rid of them. It's easy as that.
that's probably the par for the course for how most things are done with certain interactions. And this leads really well into this next topic that is for both of you. So in recent news, Elon Musk has acquired Twitter and has been freeing and banning and just completely like doing whatever the fuck he wants. And to be fair, he bought the damn thing or whatever, and he can do whatever he wants to. But at the same time, do you believe that any policies that anybody he's a part of that go put forth, do you think it would actually improve the platform, or is it just going to remain to be a complete and total dumpster fire in its current state and nothing will change?
I think, to be honest, a lot of people, i.e., like Keffels and those type of people, oh dear Lord, excuse me, are freaking out because Elon Musk is the type of guy just doesn't give a two shits. I mean, he's not gonna put. I don't think he's gonna put any. I don't think he's gonna mess with the TOS as it is. I mean, I don't even think he's gonna. I think he just owned it just to say I own it. I don't think he's gonna mess with it. I mean, I may be wrong. I may not be looking at the whole picture, but
Well, he's
from
already
what
messed
I've-
with it, darling.
There's
from what I'm seeing,
what did he do?
Yeah, go ahead and inform us a little bit, Animus. I believe you know a little bit.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, he's actually like going in and making some changes. He said that his goal is to make Twitter a town hall where all opinions can be expressed and everyone has a voice. Basically, that's what he said his goal is. He's going in and he's trimming the fat. He's firing a lot of these employees that don't really do anything, and he's trying to address some of the censorship and shadow banning claims that have been that have been going on. So he is trying to make things better.
Well, yeah, then there you go. Is making things better. I mean, because most of the time, most of these social media things, as far as I've seen it, are if your ideas are not that whole woke, cancer culture idea that is going on nowadays, they censor you because well, at least they try. I don't know. This kind of stuff it goes into it always stems back to the same thing, politics. And I really try to stay away from that shit, man, because
Me too.
politics can not only destroy friendships and stuff like that. Politics can also mess up your shows, man. That's why I don't talk about politics on Precinct. Me and Furskidoodle try real hard to stick away from politics, man. I would suggest that for your show too, because
we try.
That shit'll mess you up.
Try.
And
Try is the apt term.
Yeah, I mean it's just not fun. It sucks the life out of everything.
Hang on, Fursky.
Well, the current state of Twitter, as far as I've seen, is he's not doing a very good job at keeping his promises, as it were. Like, he's made it $8 a month to have your blue check mark, and apparently there's a bug or a feature, depending on what it is currently, is you cannot change your name now if you have a verified account. And,
that's funny.
I believe also there's also been just a lot more, like, outrage. It's like Elon Musk essentially made it that you have to pay $8 a month in order to stay in the algorithm. So,
that's what you call a business expense when you file your taxes.
Right.
Yeah, you could get that back. That's essentially becoming a business expense to where you can write it down on taxes. So I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks short term, but long term, it's not too bad. Now the changing your name thing, maybe that's just a glitch. I don't know, but you got to remember, it's not exactly him sitting down in front of a computer.
And making the changes, I know.
Yeah. He relegates
John Derry Simulator brought to you in part by Elon Musk.
Because his technicians are still trying to get through the code of Twitter, and it is really easy for everyone to be hypercritical of him, and but he's only owned it for 5-6 days maybe at this point. So I
wouldn't like to consider myself hypercritical of what he's done. I'm still one of those people that isn't jumping ship as soon as he was taking over the platform. My opinion is it's yet to be seen how good it's going, but right now it's a little sketch.
Such is life.
Right.
C'est la vie. Such is life.
Yeah. Well, that's I'm more looking at it from a political standpoint, but it's one of those situations to where the political stuff that was found out after everything happened was oh yeah, no fucking duh. And it's what do you mean no fucking duh? And it was having a voice is a very powerful thing. And no one wants to have power more so than the authorities themselves. Why do you think they're called the authorities? They're the ones that authoritate. When you think about it. Yeah.
I actually kind of like the paid subscription for the blue check mark thing, because for such a long time, everyone with a blue check mark is seen as this elite, and it's just this system where it's we have the elite on this side and we have the poor plebs on this side. It's if you don't have a check by your name for some reason, what you say doesn't matter. And now all of a sudden there's this system where it's it kind of equalizes things.
Everything's a pay thing, but we're gonna move away from that topic because we could go on forever for any one of these topics. Let's do one that's really lighthearted for the hell of it. What is each of y'all's favorite drink to have after a long day?
Damn, I have to say mine's definitely Coca-Cola. I'm definitely a fucking Coca-Cola addict. I swear, ever since COVID, they probably put cocaine back in it because I am extremely addicted to this dark soda drink, even though like it is incredibly fucking bad for me.
You keep me in business. Kit, what about you?
Depends on the day, really. Sometimes it'll be. Most of the time, it's tea. I buy cold brew, and I usually make it by the gallon, and I just have it chilling in my fridge. And yeah. Now, if you're talking about, it's been one of those days.
I said, it did say a long day, so you can take it any way you want to.
Well, then, if that's the case, there's a bottle of Stolnaccia back here and Kool-Aid. That always works.
I
don't even know what that is, but I want to try it. You said Stolaccia?
Yeah, Stolnaccia vodka. It's Ukrainian vodka.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm a fan of mixed drinks. I actually got my start in drinking, like making my little mixed drink concoction. So I'm a little passionate about mixed drinks. So I'm gonna have to try that.
I've mixed it with strawberry, watermelon, and cherry Kool-Aid, and each one has come out okay. I wouldn't recommend grape or blueberry. Those ones weren't too good.
Yeah, I don't typically do grape or blueberry. I don't really make mixed drinks as much as I used to because I'm trying to stay away from sugar. But once I get in better physical shape, I definitely want to get.
Well, that's the thing. I don't put sugar. I use Stella.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
That's it's a sugar substitute, but it has no
Are you talking about You talking about stevia?
Stevia, yeah, stevia, yeah, that's what I use.
What was that girl's name from Breaking Bad? She always used stevia. Fuck.
No, it's used. Didn't she use Splenda? You think of Lydia?
Lydia, nah, she used stevia. She was always asking for stevia.
You didn't think your drink tasted funny, do you? I guarantee you're experiencing sort of flu-like symptoms right now.
R.I.P. Lydia.
Making poison from beans. Yeah.
Yeah. Spaz. What's the drink that you take after a long hard day?
That's the thing is I like to try to drink when I'm trying to like mellow out for something that's not serious. If I'm experiencing a long bad day, the last thing I want to do is pick up a bottle of anything. Cause I can see what that I can do to a person. Not saying like hold her now bullshit, but I have my preferences for alcohol, as you know. I have a little bit of a collection. For whiskey, I go for Suntory whiskey. It's a low proof Japanese Whiskey. It's good for sipping on without having to mix it or anything. Vodka, I like Crystal Head because, well, for obvious reasons, but I don't drink a lot of vodka anymore after the last time I got wasting on vodka. And for rum, I like Bumbu. I found that's actually, it's really good by itself. It's really good to make grog with. And in fact, it's really good if you want to put it into like a stew to deglaze your pot with and everything. Gives it a nice like sweet burning taste.
Nice. As for me, right now, I'm not trying to come off as a health nut, but I do like water is mostly what I drink. But after a long hard day, I'm probably taking shots of Jose Cuervo, and recently I got on to Douce, which is a cognac. It's like the one and only competitor for Hennessy. I've tried both. I mean, of course I've tried, but yeah, Hennessy is not that great in my opinion, but Douce is really great. So yeah, I enjoy sipping on it. People often ask me how I can drink like liquor and stuff straight from the bottle without a chaser, and I'm just like, I don't need a chaser.
You just do it. I mean, you can have one if you want. Just do it. I mean, you're not drinking sulfuric acid. Come on.
Yeah, and I'm like, most of the time, like, I don't need a chaser because it tastes good to me. The only reason I'm drinking it for the most part is because it tastes good.
Yeah, it's all about like having decent spirits. But we're gonna move away from that one. Okay, so here's a good like question. Then we'll move on to one of our bigger questions. What is one locale that you guys cannot stand? Just think about them. Just makes you start foaming at the mouth.
God, that's a hard one.
Well, I personally, for me, it's fucking Nikocado, dude.
It's Nikocado.
Yeah, like the whole fucking thing that he's doing now, like it's really like it fucking cringy, man.
I don't follow Nikocado like even remotely as a creator or anything. I don't Fursky, do you have one?
Honestly, like, I don't really know. I would say Christian, but he's been done to death. But, like, the one that, like, I was shown before, like, Cyrax, he's definitely up there.
Yeah, Cyrax is is just a whole different can of worms. It's one of those cases to where the only thing that would save him is if he walked away from it all, and he gets under my skin a little bit with the whole entire like, you come to my house and I'll whoop your ass, and I'm like, and then someone goes to his house, I'm gonna hide, and I'm like thinking to myself like, oh my god, imagine if someone actually dangerous went up to his house and I'm not taking no for an answer, pushes his elderly caretakers out of the way and whoops that ass on stream.
I mean, like, did you hear recently that he actually got someone, like, fucking threw something or shot something through his window? Live on stream?
I don't believe that, but that's possible. I mean,
Pretty much, like, yeah, someone threw something through his, like, window. It was real, like, fucking, whatchamacallit, Base Shadman or Base Shaman, like, covered it.
Base Shaman. Base Shaman is I haven't caught up with him lately.
Cyrax is special ed.
Yeah. I fucking
It's like, I can believe, like, Cyrax, like, had someone angry enough to do some shit to his house. Oh, yeah, I actually know someone who I dislike more than, Cyrax, actually. Fucking Ethan Ralph.
Yeah.
Then again, I think a lot of people hate him.
God, I can't stand him for a multitude of reasons. It's just, I have a joke that's a I don't know how to, I think I'll say it. And if it comes off kind of anti-Semitic, it'll be that. Okay, in the Old Testament, it goes into detail about what to do when you have a Hebrew slave that you're after a amount of time that when they've served you loyally and everything, you give them the option to set them free, and if they want to stay, you pierce their ear with an awl and they like remain by your side for the rest of their days. The way that his wife looks at him, I have to wonder if she really wants to be with him forever. And it's just with like every time you watch this shit, every time he opens his mouth and says something, she's looking at him like he's the biggest idiot in the world. And all I can think is like, honey, you married him. For better or for worse.
That's what you call resentment. You know, that's what happens when you settle. She probably settled.
Yeah. That's what happens when you settle.
I mean, never settle.
It wouldn't even be that bad, like, for, like, settling if, like, what makes a locale is someone who's not self-aware of what they're doing. And the thing about him is, he's not only is he self-aware enough to know what he's doing, he is making the conscious decision to be ignorant or to act ignorantly. and
It's
there's no reason, there's no reasoning or rhyme or reason for it. It's like the question of why would an animal willingly make itself stupider or hurt itself? And especially someone of his size, I don't know what it was, but I remember sitting outside the hospital waiting for my family to come out, and I was on Twitter after the Jordan Peterson fucking bullshit. And just going on and on, I had said something along the lines of, it's like, the reason why I don't like Ethan Klein is because when he did what he did, and he did like a handful of decent things, when he was done and he got what he wanted, he pulled the fucking ladder up behind him and said tough shit to everyone that was looking up to him. And that's where I believe it all went downhill for him.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah. I wanted
It's
to
ignorant.
Go ahead.
I wanted to expand on what Kit said about Nikocado, because like we just kind of glossed over that, but yeah, that whole situation was hilarious. I remember I was working in the Harris Teeter warehouse, and I remember I was looking up all the stuff. That was about a year ago at this point, right?
I think so. I would think so.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I remember just walking through those aisles, just laughing my ass off at the disaster that was that man. And it's just like, I don't know, Kit, do you feel like some of that drama between him and his boyfriend, do you think some of that was manufactured, or do you think that was real?
Dude, that was manufactured, bro. I don't think that was real.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Okay.
And then like it gets even worse. Like, have you seen his supposedly return videos? Like,
No.
He's all like spazzing out and shit now, and it's like, dude, like, you used to be so intelligent. You used to be so cultured. You know, played the violin. You were amazing. You know, and now look at what you've become. It's a sad story.
That was something
Yeah,
that
our,
Joji had said that in a song when he was still Pink Guy, and he said the only way to succeed is to chip away at the soul.
One of our members in the precinct, her name is Gigi. I think it was Gigi or it was Pogfei. It was one of those. One of the girls that we have in there. They said that that Nikakoto's life, if you play it backwards, it's like watching a real sad, tragic movie. You know, from like how he was like amazing at first, and then it just becomes
when
bad.
we playing it forward, that's a tragedy. You play it
Or
backwards,
playing it forward,
it's a dude losing weight dramatically and getting better mental health as you lose weight, and then he learns how to play violin.
Yeah, actually, I'm sorry. That's right. Playing it forward is a tragic movie. Playing it backwards is like an
uplifting message.
freaking uplifting story. Yeah.
I conquered my obesity after several thousand different surgeries to remove the excess skin. I had a coat made from it. I made several coats out of his ass. But okay, so we are teetering on a little bit close to our time, so we're gonna go with the big question right here. So I'm gonna read it verbatim, what I have up here. It's like, what are you feeling now that Rogue is coming back? Do you have any concerns about any concerns about that? And what do I mean by concerns? Some have voiced their concern that when Rogue returns, that the toxic element of his community may return in force, and a new following might prove troublesome for other fan creators. And this is for both of you, whoever wants to go first.
Well, Persky, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'd let you go first, man.
Okay, so the way I feel about this is that there's always going to be that element. You'll never be able to get rid of it. It was there before. It's going to be there now. It's something that you have to work with. Now, do I feel that Rogue coming back is going to cause any difference as far as how I do my stuff? No. I think it's awesome that he's coming back. Do I feel that it's going to cause a problem as far as my content creating? I don't think so. Do I feel that there's going to be toxic elements that are going to come about because of his return? Not come about because of his return. I mean, they've always been there. Will they pop back up? Yeah, probably. I mean, there's not much that you could do to stop that. Do I think that it would affect us? I mean, only if they come and start messing with the channel, but I don't think they'd do that.
Like, never underestimate a person who has
no
sense
right?
about themselves.
Or no life.
True. Someone once said that out of all the channels that came about after Rogue disappeared, that apparently ours, me and Furskies, was doing like the best. I highly doubt that, because I mean, you got like Film Nerd out there and everybody else. But if that is true, I mean, that's great. You know, I thank the fandom for it, but you know, I don't think that me and Furski are anything special. You know, we just get on there and have a good time, and that's basically the whole thing. And I told Furski starting too, and it's the same thing. I hate to sound like if I'm repeating it, but it's the same thing Rogue said. I'm here to have fun, okay? When it stops being fun, guess what? I pull the plug. And that goes for the Discord too. You know, like stuff starts getting too drama or too bad, yeah, just goodbye. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's just internet stuff.
Yeah, that's a logical course of action to take.
You know, and I mean, as a fan personally, I understand how that sucks because we went through it with Rogue. So I do empathize with my fans out there who do watch us, and if that ever was to happen, if I just cancel out. But please be aware, guys, that, you know, and stuff starts seeping into your real life and it starts causing problems, there's a time to, you know, pull the reins back, stop the horse, and get off.
It's always good.
Yeah,
to
the
have
wagon
fun.
can only go on for so long.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's gotta be 1,000 years Rick and Morty, 1,000 years Kit and Furski, and Kit and Furski at it again. You know, make a sequel channel.
Nine more seasons, Furski. Nine more seasons. 9 more seasons. We're gonna find that. We're gonna find that stuff again. You know, my life is all about finding that thing. I forget what it was, but it's there.
God damn. Yeah. It definitely like I've talked to a lot of people within the spheres of influence when it comes to this situation, and we've had hiccups in the Echo server. We've had discussions. I talked to a handful of people one-on-one with it, and there is a definite worry that some of the, especially the younger audience, they're going to have a certain expectation when he comes back that it's going to be just the same as it was, you know, but like prior to Exodus. But I feel that when Rogue does return to us and Ted comments, I had pinned his comment in the live chat. Says that his video drops. You know, Rogue's next video drops next week.
Next week. Yeah.
That's right. I think that we're going to see a different kind of Rogue. Now, it's the same dude. But after the situation, after everything I hear, you can definitely feel that when he comes back, it will probably be in a different measured thing. Like, it'll probably slow at first. I know he's probably gonna have some hanger-ongers that are gonna like try to do some shit, try to throw him off his groove, and that's gonna be the hard. My moderation is gonna be his biggest biggest asset. And
Yeah, that's why he's not doing another Discord.
well, yeah,
Which kind of sucks. I think it kind of sucks because, I would have loved to have had a way of, like before, he would jump into VC every now and again. You could talk to him and stuff like that.
that all makes sense. Like we all like a few interviews ago when I was talking to Eugene, I brought up that people have like parasocial relationships when it comes to certain content creators take it a little too far. Like Wendy. Like some people sometimes forget their station when it comes to like how things work. Like, we think we know each other, but we only know each other as well at through a screen as we do, hearing whispers or hearing a lot of stories of. And when it comes to things like that, you never know like what a person really is or how they really are behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And like like Eugene said in the chat here, like, well, dude, when the shit that happened, of course, there will be changes. I'll support him with it. That's what we're gonna have to If he talks about the situation, let him do it on his own terms. If anyone's listening and had any sort of bright ideas, ask questions. If he's gonna bring up anything of what happened, let him do it on his own terms. Don't go about trying to get the answers you want to know, because I'm not the sometimes the price that you pay for information is heftier than you're willing to afford, and it will put you in a situation that you may not be able to pay your way out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a matter of like when he comes back, just fans need to expect that it might be in a different capacity or a different form. Don't have expectations too high or too low. It's about being patient and waiting and seeing.
Like the very fact that he has a fandom spread across like different sections, whether it be the Precinct, Echo, or any other like third party or anything else that we're not aware of. The fact that he still has people who are looking forward to him coming back, that speaks volumes for what he's got going on. And a while back, I had said he had something special and that he shouldn't take it lightly. I'm just a voice in 30,000, whatever. There's no way of knowing if that actually had any effect. But he said the exact same thing way back. Is if you had something important or something that you found that was important to you, that you should do what is necessary to ensure the survival or the existence of that thing. And I guess for everybody needs to figure out exactly what that is important enough to put your time into, because that's what life is. You get back what you put in. And there are a handful of people who have done nothing but put bullshit after bullshit decision, putting the cart in front of the horse, and then when they look back at their life, and they were like, either they have two options when they look back. They look back and they ask a question like, "Oh, who the fuck did this?" Or they own it in the worst possible way imaginable and act blissfully ignorant, and then when people call them out on it, they pretend that they are correct about everything. like
That's the worst.
like Gigi, freaking Eugene covering Gigi, and I can't go a stream without talking about this motherfucker apparently, but him and the people surrounding him are the locales that I possibly can't stand the most. It goes back to the whole entire like wanting the need to be blissfully ignorant, and eventually decisions you make, if you don't face them, come back on you. And he's getting his eventually. He's got people who aren't gonna let him rest, and he's thing he can do is either step away from it, shut up, or have some humility. You think being homeless, living in a fucking van, and being broke for like the past like years would have been a humbling experience, but he's not humbled at all, and he's undeserving of what he's gotten. For anyone who wants more context into all that, look up I can't pronounce how Fielding's Party Palace. Plug for them.
You're living in a van down by the river.
He very much lives in a van down by the river. But check him out. Check Eugene out. Really good little community he's got going. Always fun. Always fun to hear him. And it's just like that. Sorry, I went on a little bit of a tangent there for a minute.
What about you, Furski?
Hmm?
What about you? What do you think with Rogue coming back? You think it's going to affect us?
I mean, it definitely will. Like, we're gonna have to schedule around him, but I mean, like, it's Rogue. He was the guy who brought us together, and, well, he's not gonna be the guy to tear us apart, I can tell you fucking that. Rogue, people have been waiting for him to come back for a long time. I don't think it'll impact us in the way that people are thinking. And, excuse me, Jesus Christ. Fucking belched right in the middle of my sentence. But yeah, like, he's not... I don't think like he's gonna cause any issues for our channel. Like, we may have kept the lights on in the time of darkness for when he left for cigarettes, and he seemingly we all felt like he wasn't gonna come back.
Nixon's not coming back with the smokes.
But he came back, and like it's official. Like, man, like, I'm happy to have him back, and there's nothing that's gonna change that. Even if the precinct, can't pay its rent and, we have to close shop forever. Like, that's fucking fine. Like, we got Rogue. And that's what matters to me. I don't want the precinct to die. But, I mean,
a police
if
station
shit happens,
having to
shit will
close
happen.
shop for money.
There's people out there who have donated to us. I can't believe that we've done enough to where people want to donate money to us.
It comes.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't see us being. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
Oh, me? Nothing. I was just saying sorry for interrupting first. Wow, that was a clusterfuck.
Oh.
But
So, Furski, you believe that it's not going to mess with us? Yeah, I believe so too. As far as toxic elements are concerned, I'm pretty sure Furski agrees with me. They're everywhere. You just have to deal with it. It's like walking through a thorn patch. There's no way to get around it. Just do it.
I mean, there is a way to get around it if you have a machete, but that's because I forage for blackberries on a regular basis in the summertime, so...
So these red speckled ones I found, falling close behind you, are they safe to eat?
Ask your local botanist.
I hope they let me see colors. Well, that's all I got. It's 11 o'clock here. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I have a link to your channel in the description for the thing. Anyways, is there anything y'all guys want to plug before we sign off?
Just join the Discord, and I would say come subscribe, man. We're at 260 some, and we've pretty much got everything else down to have a channel that's up there. All that's left is just getting the subs. That's all that we need. So trying to spread the word out there, you know.
I have a Twitch, and I also have a Throne wishlist page if you guys want to check that crap out. I'm trying to reach affiliate on Twitch so I can make shekels from ad revenue. So just tune in for a stream. I learned a trick that if you actually don't want to watch me but you want to support me, that you can actually just leave the stream volume on, but if you like use Firefox or like Google Chrome, just mute the actual tab, and then like that'll still support me. But still, like thanks for letting me plug. Help me reach Twitch affiliate and shit like that. Buy me shit if you want. I don't care.
That's about do it for us. Coming up this Saturday, I believe it's Saturday. Our next interview is going to be with Film Nerd himself. I'm going to have some questions lined up, and we might talk about, if anyone's a cinemaphile out there, we might have, answer some questions thrown his way. It might be a good old time. So stay tuned for that. Coming up next week, we're going to be trying to launch a show for Mima. She said something about wanting to do gaming streams. So we're going to see what we can do about that. We should have a nightcap. Maybe a nightcap later on this week. So if anyone's interested in that, that's probably what we got going on here shortly.
Cool.
So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to call it into this shenanigans and the chicanery. I want to figure out what that word means. If anyone in the chat knows what chicanery means, put it up in the description, or in the chat, I should say. Okay.
Well, thanks for having us, man. Me and Fursky are always glad to, come. And that goes for anybody else too. If you got a show out there that you're doing and you would like to invite me and Fursky to talk, or also Flowery, Sprint, or Omega, just let us know. And man, we'll be glad to talk.
Hell yeah. Well,
I love being on refrigerators.
well, y'all, everybody have a good night, and we'll see y'all later.